Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 19 of our Let's Learn series for Victoria 3, where we have taken Portugal from a minor to a major power in the first 45 years. And now, 7 years on, in 1889, we are well on our way to becoming a great power. We're now really nibbling at the heels of great powers. We're number 7 worldwide overall in terms of great power, well, all powers, right? We're one of the 6 major powers. And we're towards the top end. So we are constructing. We have just gotten mutual funds. Our budget is again has never been in a stronger position. We are going to research civilizing mission and malaria prevention to really go for the rest of Africa here and start colonizing that. That should be ready in predicted to finish in 13 years. Okay, quite some time. We'll beeline for it so that by 1900 we're able to colonize. I mean, arguably we should also we could have spent that research. Let's have a look. We could have spent that research on military technologies and just invaded things. But we really have enough. But if our goal is to become, the greatest power on Earth, I mean, we definitely do want to take over Brazil. That's kind of natural for us, isn't it? Here we could get into a scuffle with the Netherlands. But I think we can do that. We can do both at the same time. I think we can. Miguel is our new king. Oh no. The time of Maria de Bragança as a ruler has ended. Okay, Miguel de Bragança is new king of Portugal. Oh, we got a righteous government. And that's why. That's because finally intelligentsia are out and forgotten. Are they forgotten? No. Fortunately, they're not quite forgotten. Although, it would actually be useful to have at least one of their bonuses now. The 10% to society research. But hey, that's gone. Fine. We have a righteous government. That's it. Miguel de Bragança favors the armed forces. He's a moderate. Who's our heir is petite bourgeoisie. Yeah, he's raised as he's a jingoist. Okay, good. We have a good spirit among our populace. So, yeah, armed forces. Let's go ahead and build up our armed forces. What do we have? 1,000. Now, in order to take on Brazil, we need more like 5 or 6,000, to be honest. That is a lot. How can they keep such an army? But, I mean, we can keep an army. I mean, we have plus 18,000. That's crazy. That is just crazy. Okay, we can build a lot of barracks in Beira. What is our military? What does it even look like? We have skirmish infantry. Could get trench infantry. Shrapnel artillery would be very nice to get. Let's have a look. Where is shrapnel artillery? Okay, that's spreading to us. Fine, so we'll get that actually quite soon. Otherwise, I mean, in terms of trench infantry, there it is. That would be 7 years of research, along with sort of 2 years. That's 10 years. I'd rather go for African colonization. Skirmish infantry is okay for now. Shrapnel artillery we will upgrade to. Now, naturally, what do we have? We have 20 infantry. Sorry, this is the sorry. We never actually keep thinking that when we switch here, we've never actually upgraded to skirmish infantry. Sorry, that was an oversight on my part. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Get those munitions. I was wondering why our munitions and small arms weren't doing better. Let's have a look. We can give out munitions. Yeah, they're already capitalist anyway. So let's go ahead and do explosive shells. Right now, obviously, they increase input ammunition dramatically. We have enough explosive. We need more lead. I'm pretty sure we're importing lead. But we need more lead out of here. And it's not coming out of here. It's just not coming. The reason again, lead mines needs a higher productivity to want to compete for employees without the buildings in the state. Yeah, oh, okay, we don't even have that many people in here. But we are importing it, aren't we? I believe we are. Let's go to the market. Trade routes. Lead. Yeah, we're... Oh, yeah, there you go. We're importing a lot of lead. That's another kind of strategic thing we need to think of, is actually weaning ourselves off. Okay, let's stop importing engines since we now have our own engines. We need to wean ourselves off of foreign powers' goods, for example, like furniture as well. So, yeah, okay, we're building up railways as a matter of urgency in Beira to get some infrastructure. Otherwise, we're building textile industry. To be honest, furniture we should also be producing ourselves. Like, there's really no reason. Like, we'll get this up to level 5. We have plenty of wood in our market. Right, we have plenty of everything. We've got plenty of labor here. Well, not plenty now, but we do have labor, spare labor here. Let's go ahead and speed up and just construct. Oh, City of Plenty. The most prominent members of Extremadura high society have been organizing luxurious parties in the new and lavish urban buildings. Let them celebrate. Yeah, I'm sure the party will never end. What does that give us? 24. Oh, man, I keep thinking. So 10% become more loyalist, or Extremadura gets luxurious parties for 9 years plus 3 minimum expected standard of living. Yeah, but that's fine. They're so well. I'm sure they are all well above. Boom. Let's get 25%. These guys are all, again, plus 25 political strength, capital state. Right? These guys are happy. They're more loyalist. They're politically active. That means more loyalists for our interest groups. That means our trades are even more secure. Although, to be honest, we have all the trades activated anyway. Let's go. Let's keep building. Look at that. We're again building up reserves. That's fine. I actually wouldn't mind. Even for a rich nation, I don't mind to be like halfway up our reserves. Now, textile mills. Yep. Minus 25. Clothes. We need silk, however. We need silk urgently. Breech loading artillery unlocked. By changing the design to load the shells from a port in the artillery rather than down the barrel, it is possible to make a much more efficient weapons. Unlock breech loaders for artillery, shrapnel artillery. Yep. Let's go ahead. Shrapnel artillery. Let's go ahead and upgrade. To that, we have 20 and then 15. We could actually build 5 more artillery in Beira again. Occupy some of these people. Electric telegraph is spreading. Aquilino Carrera de Sá retires, leader of the armed forces. Artur de Braganca, who could be like the younger brother. He's what, armed forces, moderate. Okay, he's liked. Excellent. Oh, he's our general as well, actually. And as I mentioned, whenever we have a general aligned with a certain interest group, he will always become the leader of the interest group when the active leader retires. When and if, then the general, one of the generals always takes over. I guess maybe the highest ranking general. There we are, though. Yeah, armed forces is still good. I mean, we got both bonuses. You know, we don't really want them too much and to have too much influence, but some is okay. And there we are, guys. Colonial resettle. No colonial affairs. Who wants that? Catholic Church? Intelligentsia? Not sure about that. Colonial exploitation? Interesting. I guess something to think about. We still don't have standard of living high enough, but I was going to say something to think about is whether we want to change our health system to something else. Because one of the drawbacks with charity hospitals is it's really limited to 2 levels, right? Because we get 1 level from pharmaceuticals and 1 from another tech that we always start with. But going to something like private health insurance will give us +2 max health system, and it gives us my 0.4% mortality per wealth, right? So if let's say lower strata average is 4, right? So we'd get minus 4% mortality, right, at level 8, minus 4 at level 2. And then if we go up, it will actually reduce mortality further. So we could boost our population growth rate, except nobody seems to want it. Only industrialists endorse private. The Catholic Church opposes this. Trade unions oppose this. Trade unions support public health insurance. What does that give us? So effectively private health insurance plus 20% petite bourgeoisie political strength. Things like doctors and whatnot, plus 1 standard of living for the upper strata. Minus 20% pollution effects reduction, minus 0.4 mortality per wealth. So obviously then mortality will go down dramatically for people who can afford it, but the bulk of our population growth will come from lower strata, right? So that's what we need to consider. So if lower strata is on average 8, so on average a level 2 institution of private health should reduce mortality by 4%, which is 0.4, whereas right now we're reducing mortality by 6%, so 0.6, so 50% more. So right, however, we would be able to move this up 2 more levels, so we could actually get 0.8 reduction in mortality per wealth, and it will scale, right? It will scale as the lower strata become wealthier. However, our lower strata will immediately lose 1 standard of living, right? Whereas upper strata will gain 1 and then an extra 1 when we upgrade the institution by 2 more levels, right? As this is for 2 levels. So in petite bourgeoisie will have 40% political strength for level 4. What about public health? Yeah, that doesn't give anyone any political strength. Plus 2 max health system institution investment. So the same enables plus 1 standard of living for everybody. That is what we want. Minus 30% pollution effects, minus 8% mortality. This is what we want, for sure. But for that, we need trade unions to actually become... Yeah, this, I would change this. I would even risk, well, not risk, but I would alienate Catholic Church and industrialists, frankly, for public health insurance. But for that, we need trade unions. Monument to the King. A statue of King Miguel de Braganca, was commissioned, and it has been suggested that it be displayed proudly in Extremadura, a monument worthy of the king. Perhaps not everyone wishes to be reminded of the king. Catholic Church is minus 2 approval. It's fine, doesn't really change anything. Okay, we are on our way to producing our own clothes. We do need silk, however. And I'm a little bit frustrated by the fact that we just can't hire people to produce the silk we need. Silk plantations in Macau recently failed to hire additional employees. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. At the same time, what we could also do is make some like steel mills here. Ooh, steel mills are actually unprofitable because we are lacking iron. Hearing me. Okay, we do, I mean, what's the point of building it? So we're just stuck because we don't have enough aristocrats, it seems. Right, iron mines here, however, at least are fully employed. Let's get maybe more iron into the economy. Right, we'll hire people. We need more coal and more tools, however. Coal and more tools, but now you see, like, we're running out of labor in our core provinces, so I feel like there is really no choice but to start to transition to more industrialists. But I don't want to lose petite bourgeoisie. A joint stock company is one whose ownership, because we have joint stock companies unlocked, a joint stock company is one whose ownership is divided into a number of shares which are held unequally by many investors who derive dividends from the company according to the size of the portion they own. This allows trading of partial ownership and investment by both rich and middle-class businessmen. Plus 1 max number of companies, minus 10% urbanization per urban center. Excellent. So that means we're going to get a little surge of urbanization everywhere, and that will produce more services everywhere. But as I was saying, coming back to what I was saying, you know, we can, for example, now produce like 3 more buildings of tooling workshops. but we are practically out of labor everywhere. Let's see. We could build, yeah, so we're gonna build iron mines in Zambezia. We could do that. In fact, they could just hire more people. Alright, there's 175,000 here. For the rest, we need still more tools. Tools and coal. To be honest, you know what we could? I mean, gold mines here have throughput of 47, 20% from colonial exploitation. I was going to say, why don't we incorporate some of these? But we don't want these people politically active, right? I mean, if we did incorporate them, we'd obviously gain tax revenue, but we don't need tax revenue. We just want to get their resources. I was thinking also it might help us. Thinking it might help us maybe move like move our Portuguese pops into here and kind of populate these. But no, like incorporating it, there's no point. It will cost a ton of bureaucracy. Like we'll remove 20 throughput from gold, so we don't want to do that actually. We're just gonna keep it as is. Now we can establish another company. Well, Veristat Gold Conglomerate. That gives us 5% minting, 17.5% throughput bonus. Jeez. We could build Portuguese Forestries Inc. But we don't have enough productivity to build prosperity. So that could give us a lot of infrastructure everywhere. That would actually be nice. Rubber plantations. Iron and lead. Again, not enough productivity. Coal and sulfur, 10% fertilizer plant throughput, steel mills throughput. To be honest, infrastructure sounds like the best. None of these are currently. Yeah, to be honest, Portuguese forestries is, to me, sounds great. 7.5% productivity. Global average is 10.6. Yeah, so right now, let's just hold off. Let's hold off. What is this? Great Britain. Oh, Spain is fighting Great Britain for Gibraltar. Great Britain versus Benin. Spain, major power that was on the side, sided with Benin. Who's Benin? Oh. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't want to be on the opposite end of the gun to the British Empire. Now our GDP is again surging, absolutely surging. We're number 10 though now, supposed to. I think we were number 8 before, no? So other people are getting there faster than us. But I mean, we are constructing. We do need, perhaps, what do we need to become a great power? We need another 200 prestige. What could we do to get that prestige? Let's slow this down. Let's have a think where we need to prestige, but let's go budget. Yeah, see, our investment pool still is negative. But I mean, yeah, we're still building buildings. Again, we're still adding shopkeepers. As such, we're again, by the way, running out of infrastructure in Beira, and that needs to be fixed as a matter of priority. So we're still building up, industry. And we don't really need the investment pool just yet, so that's okay. So that's not a pressing concern for me. Personally, we are gonna get, research-wise, I still want to get civilizing mission. Yeah, be the first to malaria prevention. Then we'll deal with, the rest. Production methods, again, there isn't really anything we particularly want right now. Because it's not a matter of we're not producing enough. It's a matter of textile mills, luxury clothes, silk. We could make our clothing industry a capitalist industry. We actually do have 7,500 peasants in Alenteo. Very interesting. That's because we changed the production methods, to something more efficient. Iron, however, seems to be cheap. Interesting. Explosives still. Paper is expensive. It's fine. So none of this. What could we do? We could build more of a navy. 35. Let's get us what, to 50 ships, for example. 50 ships, what, 25. We could do 30 monitors and 20 ironclads. 1, 2, 3. Is that it? Cannot expand naval base. Okay. Vera then. 7. That's just something is constructed. We get 30 monitors. Right? And then we could do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and do that. So we'll expand our navy as well. That's something we can actually pay for. Our innovation is capped. There you go. Let's go ahead and speed up. Let's build our navy. That will give us more prestige. We're researching. It's fine. We're colonizing. And I really need to figure out why this is all kind of like stuck. That's something I really... Something for me to research, to be honest. I don't know. Aristocrats on banana plantations in Transvaal are satisfied with their current employment. Aristocrats are satisfied with their current employment on banana plantations. How could you possibly be satisfied? And what they do? Fine, they're satisfied. Well, of course, they got 38 wealth. Job satisfaction, 256. We're just kind of happy. This will soon update to 256 due to so minus 130 from base dissatisfaction, 21 from the difference between current and so their affluency is 38, and average standard of living in Transvaal for upper strata is 48. Okay, so they would like to switch, right? They would like to switch to maybe a capitalist that owns a gold mine, because capitalists are obviously better off. 0 from difference between current and average standard of living in Portugal for upper strata. So they're roughly at Portuguese average, so that's what makes them kind of not want to leave their job. So okay, they're a bit worse off than others in upper strata in Transvaal. However, the difference between current and minimum expected middling is 16 standard of living. So people don't really want to move. Should we maybe like increase literacy? If we increase literacy, that would raise expected standard of living, get people actually moving up the social ladder. People are growing a bit fat here in Transvaal. Standard of living in Portugal, and then we get plus 72 from the relative difference of 72% between wage and banana plantations. So we get paid a really good wage, and Portugal plus 169 from the ratio between earned dividends and wages. So they gain way more from dividends and wages, 100 from being employed. Sorry. Yeah, this is only going up as well. So is it wage? So why is the wage on banana plantation so good? Like, I mean, I don't really see the joy of working in these banana plantations, if you ask me. We got citrus. I mean, not really sure. I'm gonna put this rail transportation. That will make us like just need less labor, right? That's fine. Does need more transportation. So Right, Transvaal. Urban center. It's fine. Transportation will be expensive for the upper strata, but that's to be honest completely fine. Now we can go to our budget actually. You know what we could do? Just remove consumption tax on liquor and this. Even on luxury clothes. No consumption taxes, that's it. This government, people will love us. Textile mills, boom. Yeah, I guess the question is, sorry, we're not looking at that place. Trade routes. Can we use more exports, maybe of our own clothes to Sulak and his? We're gonna need bureaucracy for that now. Coffee. Yeah, it's the Spanish market because there's amount is 12. Put that in there. Sicilian market. Put that in there. Dyes to the Spanish market. We could export engines. Let's just find a lot of export routes. British market we could export. Our explosives, fabric, fertilizer. Taiping. Taiping market. Price impact on fertilizer in Taiping would bring it down. For us it would raise the price of fertilizer. Let's go ahead because we're gonna need to compensate somehow for the trade routes we're about to lose on with Britain. For Taiping. Let's export this fruit that we're gonna lose on when we remove the clothing imports. All right. Artillery, ammunition. We don't even have luxury clothes. East African market. We'll give you our clothes. Give you Taiping our clothes. It'd be nice if we actually build some luxury furniture. Oil, Taiping. Let's go ahead and give them the oil. Now, so actually export our oil that we have. Speaking of oil, we did look at. This is Merchant Guild owned right now, but that's fine. Okay, let's see what the price, what happens to this price. Go have a look. What else can we export? Our paper to Taiping. So price impact on paper in Portuguese, just a little bit. Yeah, let's do it. We can always change production methods. Porcelain to the Spanish market. Small arms, steamers, steel, British market. Yeah, we could export our steel there. Sugar. Amount British market. We could export our sugar. Taiping market. Spanish market. Let's go ahead and get that out there. Civilization mission unlocked. It falls on our great nation's shoulders to shine the light of modernity into every uncivilized corner of the world, to educate and instill in the less developed peoples the divine values of our glorious future. Let's go ahead and get that colonial institution going. We will also, by the way, we do have a government administration, or we used to somewhere on the way. Okay, that's been built, so we have a good amount of bureaucracy, just kind of spare. Now these silk plantations aren't actually hiring anyone, so to be really honest, as of buildings, let's go ahead and drop these to like the very end of our queue. We need more railways in Transvaal. We need naval bases and barracks, yeah. Let's go ahead and build up our military. We can chew through some of that surplus. Look at that again, 27.8 thousand. I mean, it's crazy. Just absolutely crazy. I mean, to be honest, what we could do to give a jolt to our economy is build another construction sector quickly here. Ooh, but we are out of peasants. But when did that ever stop us? Although I'll just keep it. I actually want to spend all of this on an army and navy. Let's just see how far we can get. Alright, with just army and navy here. We still have peasants. Right, we still have peasants around. I really want the forestry, to be honest. paper. Yeah, let's just keep building. And look at this textile mills, like super. Clothes aren't very cheap, I guess, but I mean, we should be a major clothes producer. Like Beira should be on top of the world in terms of clothes. Let's think about how we can build that up. We're going to build furniture manufactories as well. Well, that will increase demand for wood, right? Yeah, I guess, yeah, we could, right? We could just build... Yeah, do that, yeah, because luxury furniture is expensive. Let's go ahead and, yeah, build that up. That will be 3 levels. Alright, let's build, build, build. People get employed. GDP is absolutely surging at like a nice 45-degree angle. We're still doing the right thing. Much everywhere. Population is growing by 110,000. Unfortunately, down from 0.88. Not 100% sure why that would be. Yeah, GDP is absolutely just low. It's a pretty steep curve there. Establish colonial administration. Wait, hang on. What is this? I've never seen this before. In order to best leverage our rule over our African holdings, a colonial administration may be established over a given region of the continent. Colonial administrations will expand into neighboring decentralized nations on their own and may be given jurisdiction over our other regional holdings. The scramble for Africa, so it is called, is underway in earnest. Every power worth a hoot is seeking slices of the great continent as more jewels in their crowns. Rich in untapped resources and filled with people yet to be put to work, power and prestige are the prizes for the victors. Make no mistake, blood will be spilled long before the scramble ends. Africa awaits. Establish colony in Zanj. I'm actually not sure. The southern pocket of the continent, Zanj, has long been a trading point for ivory, gold, and flesh. Controlling this region will open the floodgates for our more exotic markets. Okay. I don't really want to make any colonial fish. I want to just continue expanding ourselves. If I'm really, really honest. Public trading. At least 75% of eligible buildings have activated public trading. Yeah, we could get more capitalists. Our industrialists are only 15%, so we could, for example, let's look at our buildings. Urban. For example, glassworks, right? Let's make them more publicly traded. 1,500 capitalists, but fewer shopkeepers. No, let's maybe not do quite that. But here, for example, in our capital state, we've got glassworks, 9 of them. Right? They're pretty profitable. Let's make them publicly traded. Right? Lead is needed. That's what we need. But again, just not enough. Okay, we do have some peasants here, but they just don't want to work in lead mines. But it's not the peasants, right? That again, the same issue. High productivity. I mean, your productivity is 20.9. It's number 6 in the world, guys. Yeah, let's just keep waiting to keep importing. Because right now, I do not understand why we can't get our own silk either, for example. That's it, it's just kind of stuck there. Oh, Heavenly Kingdom, Taiping Aristocratic Revolt. Okay. Trade center here. Okay, well, at least they managed to hire something. Let's see, maybe that will actually happen. Okay, so guys, look at our surplus. Another 32,000. Okay, we need to be building, building barracks. How are they building? Beira. Hoping we're not going to face any more revolutions. Sincerely hope that that is the case. Our army. Let's get another general in here. Petite bourgeoisie, last stand. Available, cruel, stalwart defender. We don't want an opium addict. We do want Teofilo Vera. Right, rank 1 general, petite bourgeoisie. Otherwise we have what? Landowners. Oh, yeah, let's get petite bourgeoisie in here. He's stalwart defender. 6% defense, cruel. But he will then become the leader. And there's a cruel is interest group leader, +1 government interest group approval. This ruler, he'll never be a ruler. Not sure. This man is meticulous. As interest group leader, he got 5% interest group. Yeah, maybe we actually make this. He's an opium addict, so he might die actually. So let's go ahead and recruit this guy. It's fine. We'll have 2 armed forces generals. I think that's fine. Colonial affairs investment increased. Excellent. Okay, naval base. Okay, so let's increase. Munitions are expensive. Ironclads and cheap artillery is fine. Munitions, however, we need a lot of munitions. Looks like we should actually knock this up to number 1 first. Get those munitions going. We need lead. Oh, we need lead right now. Let's make it publicly traded as well, since it's very profitable. So what we need is more lead. Where could we obtain lead? We're already importing 162. Silk, yeah, all of this we're exporting. China to Spain. They don't want our luxury clothes. They don't want our China. They want our citrus. Citrus to United Kingdom. Really, let's remove all of these dyes to United Kingdom. 5 coffee to United Kingdom is not really working. Unproductive per person. Let's remove these. Consume those goods internally or adjust our economy. We only have 67 convoys. Vacuum cleaning unlocked. Vacuum canning. Cleaning? Vacuum canning is a method of sealing cans using a vacuum to keep the contents preserved for longer. Unlocks meat packaging. To be honest, our food industries, yeah, they're producing a lot of liquor and groceries and doing just fine at it. God, look at that surplus though, guys. We urgently need to be perfectly honest. That's it. Oh, we've run out of peasants in Beira, guys. Can you believe it? We do have 900 unemployed. We are actually out of peasants. Yes, Shumador we're building naval base. Here, is it really enough though? Let's have a look. Explosives factories. Okay, that's not. Food industries, or no automation here. Motor industries. It's about as much automation. Oh, let's do, for example, paper mills. Let's do water tube boiler. -12. Yeah, that will free up 12,000 laborers. Can they get employed? Russia colonized Namakoland. Hang on. Hang on. Who's this? Russia in there. Alright. Gets into the scramble for Africa. Okay. East Africa still has a truce with us for 5 months. Could we then maybe grab Tanganyika? Oman has taken over Zanzibar. Anything in here that we would like? I mean, we would like the coastline. We could just get all of Africa, to be really honest. Why not, right? Do they have malaria here? No, well, just a little bit. So we could get the Horn of Africa. But, I mean, at the same time, it's got what? Iron, logging camps, iron. I don't really need it. Let's just keep developing, I think, what we already have. Right, there's a Transworld gold mines. Okay. We need like more capitalists here. We just don't have enough capitalists to own the gold mines? That's crazy. Aristocrats just don't want to do it. Interesting. Banana plantations, yeah. They have very high job satisfaction. I mean, as we've seen, yeah, so wages for some reason higher. Why are they so high though? I don't understand. Capitalist wages 30 here. I don't know, it's still a mystery. Not that we need any more of it. What we do need, however, are ports. If we do buildings, development, ports. Okay, all of our ports are industrial ports, and we won't have any convoys. So we need to... Do we need any infrastructure here? I mean, it won't hurt, I guess. Yeah, some infrastructure here wouldn't hurt either. We're going to schedule railways here. We are going to go ahead and schedule some, port. Let's get a port, I guess. Let's think about else. Where else do we need infrastructure? Ranco Marquez. None of these places. Yeah, well, these are the only two. This coastal province could use a port. Right? We could do... It actually has a port. Okay, it has 87,000 people working here. Put a port in here. Also has one port. Maybe we'll schedule these for later down the line. Make sure we have enough convoys to actually service our trade routes. Okay, munitions plant. Online. Again, oh, negative. We need lead. But really, then we need to import lead. Spanish market. Let's get some lead from the Spanish market. Okay, we really need to secure ourselves a source of lead. I mean, we could, as we already discussed many times, go to war in Southeast Asia, but what really needs to happen is that we need Portuguese Zambezia to be colonized. We are 7 years away from preventing malaria, and then we'll unleash our full potential on colonizing Africa. Let's go ahead and speed up. We're building. What are we got? Okay, we're again. Okay, we already went through our entire construction chain. Let's put these ports up there. There's no point in building these silk plantations if we're not gonna get them working. Now, have we built all the... Yeah, we've built all the barracks. Navy. But Navy just needs to be hired. Right, we do have now 15,000 unemployed in Beira, so they should easily be hired, right? Naval base, yeah, is hiring. Artillery ammunition. That is all good. Fertilizer plants are unprofitable, sadly. Look at our market goods. But what is expensive in our country? Motors. Motors are a little bit expensive. Okay, let's get a motor factory in here. We do in fact have one scheduled. That's great. None here. 12,000 unemployed here. Okay, we do actually have a couple of motors scheduled. Oil is expensive. Lead is expensive. Okay, we're trying to import more oil. We need more tools. Coal. Tools and coal. I mean, we have 10 tooling workshops here. It's crazy. Here we have 3. Well, how about we just do like steel tools here, maybe? Right, we're gonna have to relent. I mean, at some point... Yeah, Yeah, we just have to. Again, we don't want to do this in our unincorporated states because we get minus 10% manufacturing output there. For example, if we look here, we do have tooling workshops. You see we have throughput minus 20, minus 10% from unincorporated state, minus 10% from colonial exploitation. Oh, in front of these gold mines though, plus 10% from economies of scale we have, because they're level 10. Sorry, level 11, so 10 levels above level 1. We get 20% here extra gold. And 17.5 from company throughput bonus. Interesting. Look at us, I mean, we have so much money, like we literally don't know what to do with it. But, I mean, I certainly know a couple of easy ways. I mean, we could get 2 more construction sectors in here. Right? That is something we can always do. Give a jolt to our economy because we have so much money now that we can certainly afford a bit more. There we are. Get people working. Get the whole economy gets lifted by the construction sector. Right? Boom. Steel, glass, tools, explosives, everything is working. Right? We now have 140 construction. Again, we aren't even using all of it. Can you imagine, guys? But we really now need to deal with the investment pool. And for that, I mean, really and honestly, we need to start. For example, tooling workshops are profitable. Let's. We need to find industries that are actually like very profitable, for example, and produce. For example, these coal mines here. Actually produce, yeah, they are very profitable. Let's go ahead and make these, just extract more coal domestically. Alright, and we can make these like publicly traded as well, because we need to create more capitalists, especially in profitable industries, so that they then reinvest more, because we now have plenty of capacity. Look at this, reinvestment is 38,000, and we could go up to 60, because right now we're not even using our construction. That is, okay, that is a little bit crazy, if I'm honest. Let's have a think as to how we can deal with that. Construction, that's it. Just railway and Alenteo, that's all we have. Our private sector has scheduled quite a few things though. Okay, so yes, we do need this infrastructure here. We got the capacity. Here, we're doing well in infrastructure. Almost maxed out in Alenteo. We do have a railway scheduled. I think that's probably our private sector building this. So that's all well and good. We need like more population growth. Population growth is coming down. Not 100% sure, to be honest. What's changed? Our pop growth is coming down. Not this. We obviously have like no peasants in these islands because they've all migrated. Maybe our pops are migrating towards our colonies and kind of dying out there. Is that possible? South Angola. Interesting. Yeah, what do we build? Need engines. Okay, let's look at oil, for example. Oil we could actually. Let's go ahead and convert this into a capitalist industry, although that looks like it's gonna ruin it because oil now becomes super cheap here. That is interesting. They're now capitalists, but they're gonna be radical. Simple whaling. It's actually profitable. Here we also have whaling stations. But South Angola costs 52, and in Portuguese market 67. This is weird. We need that market access price. How about we try to actually incorporate North and South Angola? Like, will that? Portuguese is 6% of the population here, 5% here. Well, what if we incorporate these? We got logging camps here, whaling stations, dyes, all sorts of cotton plantations. Not really any iron or such. Portuguese, we would. Like, what we will lose? What we're gonna lose is we're gonna get these people. We're still, yeah, they're gonna get political strength even though they're discriminated against. What about changing our laws to colonial exploitation? What about if we go to colonial resettlement? That gives plus 50% migration attraction and unincorporated states. Enables the colonial affairs institution. Yeah, but moving away from this will make us lose a lot of gold output. That is not something we want. Here people are leaving to Lorenco Marquez, this and that. Fine, well, oil. Yeah, see that, well, yeah, sorry guys, maybe I haven't explained that very well, but what I'm thinking about is that whaling stations, for example, you see like price of oil in Angola is 52.7, as it says here, 1% above base price. But in Portuguese market, i.e. what our pops buy who are outside of this particular province, they buy it at 67. Why is that? Well, it's because there is a very low market access price impact. So only 75% of the price is taken, or 75 is taken from the market, the national market price, right? So, and 25% is taken from production and consumption in Angola, and obviously here nobody really wants this oil. So there's a lot of oil produced here, 40, but consumption is just 1, right? So what we need is to improve the market access price impact stat, right? That will improve our colonials, unincorporated states as like access to the market, and therefore, you know, help us actually like extract and deliver those goods to our mainland. But let's have a look. Where was the market access price impact? As we have even the tech here. There you go. Macroeconomics gives plus 5%. Yeah, so if we incorporated these guys, right? If we incorporated these, for example, then so coal mines, if you look at any price, we get 80, we get plus 10%. We get macroeconomics, we get plus 5%. So it would be 90. But here, it would just give us 10% if we incorporated these guys. And the issue for this is that basically, you know, we could, these are level 4, we could build like whaling fleets, right? We could up these to whaling fleets, although we can't because we're now not producing any clippers. We could always just build, I guess, yeah, I mean, to be honest though, let's look at these whaling stations, privately owned whaling fleet. Yeah, I guess maybe we leave these as petite bourgeoisie, like, that's fine, and we just have to deal with higher price oil. Okay, fine. We'll just leave it. I was thinking we can build a port and build clippers here, just in Portuguese, in Angola. But then I thought, if we switch that, we switch to capitalists. We don't really want capitalists here. Just have petite bourgeoisie. So let's just leave oil alone then. It's not a major good anyway, right? Because yes, it is the most expensive one, but I mean, this demand supply is not great. Tools is what we need. Tools are expensive, right? Paper, tools, paper, and coal. Especially tools, to be honest. We need to... Okay, well, we need to manufacture more tools. Now we have just... we need more tools. wood and coal. I mean, yeah, we could go to steel tools. Right. I mean, it's time really. We're gonna have to. Let's go ahead and switch. Make these even publicly traded. Yeah, we're gonna have to just create more capitalists now. And again, that will improve the position of our investment pool. Right? Because right now, even though we have a lot of construction, can't actually construct anything because we don't have the labor to support it. Right? Well, we could, of course, do... I mean, to be honest, though, we could just build, for example, like, whatever, manufactories in all these lands and just kind of ignore the fact that we're getting, like, a massive penalty here. Right? They're still profitable. Well, actually, they're not, you see, and again, same problem here. So we could build a tooling workshop here. It would employ people, that's good, raise our GDP, but it's hard to make this building profitable. Why is it hard to be profitable? Well, because the local economy isn't really strong enough, right? Because the local economy doesn't really require a lot of tools. But what about here, though? What is this? These guys need tools, explosives, coal, transportation. Let's do Transvaal. I feel like Transvaal we could actually like incorporate potentially. They need tools, for example. These guys need tools, right? Locally. They even have like... They just stuck because no one's getting employed here. The labor market is just stuck. I kind of feel like something's wrong with the mechanics here. Because, yeah, they're just stuck. Like, nobody wants to hire. Coal mines, not enough transportation. Okay, well, let's get people some transportation here. Services. There you go, services and transportation. Invest that. There you go, more steel, more steam trains as well. Let's get more transportation. Invest that. Sorry, let's actually pause. So we're not building enough. We're not building enough. So we're just kind of wasting right now. Look at this, plus 40,000. Okay, what natural resource? Okay, if we're not going to build manufacturers, let's at least reduce the price, I think, of our natural resources, right? Let's have a look. Market price. We're missing ironclads. We will deal with that. What natural resource we have? Lead, coal. Could build more wood. Build more wood here. Logging camps. Minus 5%. See, like the prices here are already low because, you know, this strategy of kind of having consumption in some states and production in others is limited by this market access price impact. Because I could build more logging camps in any of these places, right? Even here we have 12 already. But you see, it will further reduce the price here, but that will not translate into a reduction of price here, where we actually need it, right? If we look at our paper mills, they will say, hey, look, paper is expensive, wood is expensive here. Bit of a conundrum. Now, we could, of course, just thinking, what do we build then? Like some sort of local economy. Wood, coal. Do you want steamers, ironclads? Ironclads are super expensive. Well, ironclads are produced in military shipyards, aren't they? Shipyards, military ship. Well, we need more people. Yeah, exactly, we need more people working here, don't we? People that we have. Let's see. But again, I don't even want to unpause because, jeez, it's very interesting. Okay, guys, well, we're coming up on the hour. Let me tackle this in the next episode, where we now have so much construction, to be honest, that we don't even know what to build, because yeah, the market access price impact is kind of messing around with us, and I will explain it in the next episode, and we'll try to come up with a solution. But I hope what I've done so far has been clear. I mean, I think I know what I'm doing, and you see our GDP is soaring, so everything is great in our nation. What's not great is having your empire based on colonial holdings, and how do you translate that into actual increase in standard of living, growth in your core territories where you're actually manufacturing things. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you have any comments, let me know. If you have any questions, anything you want me to go over, again, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.